All right, now this is something when you told me about, Anthony, I got pretty excited. There is a blackjack tournament coming to Las Vegas.
This is the biggest news of the week for me.
Okay.
All right. So what it is it's the first blackjack mini tournament that is open to the public that I can remember in more than a decade.
Okay.
And it's going to be, first we'll give you the details, then I'll tell you something, a little something about mini tournaments. It's going to be played on Thursdays, beginning today at the Downtown Grand, starting at 3 p.m.
This is an ongoing thing every Thursday.
Every Thursday
Oh,
they're going to
wow.
do it. And they're separate tournaments. It's a $25 buy-in. And then you play rounds until you go to a final table, just like you would do in a normal blackjack tournament. Only the buy-in is only $25. They're going to be 10-hand rounds. So back in the old days when they used to have tournaments everywhere, these minis, they would usually play 25 or 30 hands.
Okay.
So this one's going to go faster. It's going to be 10 hand, but that's all right. The same kind of strategy comes into play. And these things are fun. They are a lot of fun. Oh, one more thing. And 100% of what they take in from entry fees is going to be given back in prize money.
So this is a real promotion because there's no vig for the casino.
Right, exactly. And it's just what they're doing down at the Downtown Grand. They're just doing all kinds of things down there.
Oh, wow.
With more planned, hot dog cart and supposedly and shot specials and all these things. The Downtown Grand is really competing. But here's what's kind of interesting about this. The Downtown Grand used to be the Lady Luck. And back when I was playing on a professional tournament team with Stanford Wong and then some others, we used to go to play these mini tournaments. There used to be 4 or 5 of them a week, and we would play them all because that's where we practiced. And that's where we learned. That's where we honed our skill. That's where we, would talk about what we did right and wrong because we're playing for small stakes. And then we would enter the big tournaments with $1,000 and $5,000 and $10,000 entry fees. So,
So back in those days, there were a lot more tournaments.
Yeah, and what I was going to say is that the Grand used to be the Lady Luck, and the Lady Luck was the absolute epicenter of these tournaments. The Lady Luck had them 2 or 3 times a week. They would have a mini tournament on different days. So I
really
spent
cool.
so much time playing at the Lady Luck, and now we get to go back to the Grand.
Well, the Downtown Grand has always been popular for blackjack because they're the only dollar blackjack table downtown.
The only one downtown. There's one also. Oyo has one, just off the strip. But they have more of them. They have 2 or 3 going at a time at the Downtown Grand. Like I said, they're just promoting like crazy. But this is fun. Like I said, the first one's tonight. I'm going to be there.
Okay.
I'm going to play it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I'll probably play them every week because these things are just great. They're just a lot of fun.
Well, now, can you disclose any strategy that you have going into it, like just maybe for someone who has never played before?
Well, the strategy is to make sure that going into the last hand, you're in the position to advance, because usually it's 1 or 2 advance to the next table.
Okay.
So going into the last hand, you want to be in front or extremely or in second place. So you have the best chance to advance by usually betting big on the end. But there's a lot that goes into a tournament. And there are some books. We're going to put them up on the screen.
Okay.
That we published. One of them is called Casino Tournament Strategy. And this is a book basically for expert play. And Stanford Wong, when I played with his group, he had done a bunch of computer work on this, and he gave us all a 3-ring plastic binder with the strategies we're going to use.
Yeah.
And those strategies turned into this book, Casino Tournament Strategy.
Okay.
Now, for beginners, more of a beginner approach is a book called Play to Win. And in this book, it's a story about one guy, Ken Einiger, the author, but the second part of the book is all tournament strategy, and it's all solid. It's really solid stuff. I worked a lot on that book. Other tournament experts contributed on that book, and it's great. If you don't want to buy a book, here would be my recommendation. On our website at LasVegasAdvisor.com, if you go to the Gambling with an Edge section,
Okay.
there is what we call the Blackjack Forum articles. And Blackjack Forum was a sort of a professional magazine for professional players back several years ago. And all of those articles, hundreds of them now, are now on LasVegasAdvisor.com.
Okay.
And that's the only place you can find them. So anybody who wants to really get into blackjack, there are dozens, if not hundreds of articles there. But there are also 5 or 6 articles on tournament play. And one of them I wrote is called Beyond Wong.
Okay.
And anybody who wants to go to that and check it and read that before playing, there are several tips on how to play a mini blackjack tournament.
And Beyond Wong is in reference to your mentor, Stanford Wong.
Right. And what we were talking about in Beyond Wong was what me and my teammates used to do, which was, Wong figured out the regular, the basic strategy of how to do it, and I would say that we perfected it because we lived it. That's all we wanted to do is play tournaments, and we would talk about it and talk about it and talk about it, and we literally took, all of us collectively took the art of playing these tournaments beyond what Wong had taught us. So hence the name of the article.
All right. Well, hopefully this is the first of many more blackjack tournaments to pop up around Vegas.
I don't know. I don't know if others will pick it up, but I hope they do. But I know that the Grand's going to give it a good try, and they're going to run it for several months.
All right. Well, I'm excited, and you guys can play too.